Hey, what's up, guys? So this is not a how-to video. This is not a step-by-step how to install a dash. No, this is just wanted to go a little more depth on my truck. I had a lot of questions, so I want to answer a lot of those questions that I got asked. That's what this video is for. I'm just gonna tell you straight. I'm not gonna tell you how to wire the dash. I mean, you got to be really good with electrical stuff, and if you can do the dash, you can do it. If not, I mean, don't. It's a project. You really have to modify every wire, modify every single thing, and re-engineer the whole electrical system in the truck. So I could write a phone book on how to do this dash swap. It'd be like a 3-hour movie. So that's what that is. But let's start with a little walk around the truck. So y'all already know about the stabbing cabin. But this just all started as lumber from Home Depot. I designed it all. I think it sits about 14 inches tall. It's enough to fit a Pringles can in here. And they're 5 feet long. This one's a little bit, that one's wider, and this one's a little more narrow. So I didn't want something that was just a little bit big and wouldn't fit in either or drawer, so I offset them. And then also the tops slide. So you got the little cargo slides, so you can load up junk and just slide it in, and it just rolls on these rails right here. And then deep down in there is 144 skateboard bearings off Amazon. So yeah, and then you got the power inverter set up. This button clicks on the power inverter. You got your outlets here. I could charge my Milwaukee battery, and then I got the rear winch controller right there. Then you got an air hookup because we got onboard air. And check this out. Oh, let me turn that off. It's a little loud. So when you crawl back here, you got the trunk, and in this trunk is 4 deep cycles. And then you got the Smitty belt air compressor, little 2.5 gallon tank. And right there is a solar panel charger. So all this setup back here is not even hooked up to the truck up front. So that is a little solenoid setup I made for my airbags on the rear of the truck. So, and then those wires go up to the solar panels on the roof. Let's see. Right there. Yeah. And so none of this is even hooked up to the truck up front. This is all completely isolated. But what I want to do is, I'm working on it right now. I went and bought this switch. I'm gonna mount it like right up in there, just like that. I don't think it won't be that bad. And so in case I ever want to jump the engine off the deep cycles back here, I can just flip that switch and it does it. Or if I know the truck's gonna be sitting for a while, I can keep those batteries linked up, and the solar panels will charge all 6 batteries in the truck. So that's my plan with that switch. And then once I get that switch set up, this will tell me what my volts are on the mains up front, and then this one will tell me what my 4 deep cycles in the rear are. So that's my plan with that. And it's definitely nice working and doing everything out of here. So sweet setup. It's got the lights. It's banging. But let's step up to the interior because I know how much y'all like that. So we'll go to the other side. So right now I'm working on a couple brackets for some customers. Like we got this truck here we're working on. We got old Houston Land over there we're working on. So these are some brackets I make for the 6-7 handles to go in here. So my truck ends up being the test dummy for a lot of stuff like this. So just making I designed a new bracket that I had in there before, and this one's a lot stronger. So I mean, you could do pull-ups off this oh shit bar. That's my plan. It'd be a 7.3/gym. But yeah. Oh, and then the other cool part. So all the extra accessories that are in this truck, like heated and cooled seats, the power inverters, the extra cigarette lighters, and then I'm gonna add my rock lights, my light bars, all that stuff gets ran through here. Check this out. boom. I have a power distribution box. I can just check here. I got all my fuses. Everything extra runs through here. And then you got this cable right here. This is a power cable. Then you got your ground up here, and those go through the firewall. And they go through a mega fuse here and then to the batteries. So I custom make all my own battery cables and everything, everything, and I fuse everything. And there's not going to be any fires. We don't need nothing short now. If something shorts out, it's going to pop a fuse. So real cool setup we got here. You know, real easy to check too. That's the best part, because I didn't want to run everything off the stock harness and overload what the stock harness was not designed for. That was my goal. So to have all this extra stuff that pulls so much current, we needed something else that would help support it. So the stock harness only runs the stock stuff. And then, you know, I got all the headliner fancy stuff. Everything works up here. And then we'll go inside, we'll start her up and stuff. And then yeah. Another little secret is these 6-7 door latches and sound deadener in the door makes it sound real nice when you shut it. Sounds like a new truck. My roof rack wasn't rattling. So we'll go inside, we'll fire up in a second. I guess a little bit about the engine. What I got going on under here is this was meant for an OBS. The alternator is a 240 ampere. I had to modify it a little bit to fit on there, but it's been on there for a year, and oh, I love it. Love it. And then I just run Motorcraft batteries, nothing fancy. They work great for me. And then I got a stock turbo with a rebuild kit with a billet wheel and an adjustable wastegate. I mean, it spools up great, but I would like to get that fancy KC turbo in there. And then I've got stock injectors, and they're working fine for me right now, but I would like to beef up the turbo and the injectors a little bit, and maybe a high pressure oil pump in the future. But other than that, I got tons of mods from Riff Raff. Real clean engine. You know, most of the 7.3s I'll work on look like garbage. You know, mine's pretty spotless. So yeah, you know, just a 4-inch pipe, 4-inch exhaust out the back to a 4-inch Banks exhaust with the Hydra tuner. So bunch of stuff. I can make a whole list about that, but we'll go ahead and fire her up. I get asked a lot about the sound deadener. I use the fat mat. Literally every inch of this has fat mat all over it, and a couple layers on the firewall. And then I have Roadkill or the foam pads that are made by Stinger. I've got those going up the firewall through down here to about like right here is where those foam pads are at, from door to door all the way up to the firewall. And then I've got like little foam pads in the roof and stuff, just little, in all the dead spots like the pillars. I get these little crunchy foam pads and I stick those everywhere. I'll show you. These. So what I do is, you know, I roll them up and I smash them into the pillars, into any spot that just has dead space. You know, like the inside of here, you know, this pillar up here, this pillar inside here. I just have these going everywhere. So we'll go ahead and fire up the truck and, you know, just do a little review, I guess. It's been about 2.5 weeks since I finished this dash. I'll probably put 500 miles on it. Roll up the windows. Oh no, actually we'll do a comparison. We'll roll up the backs though. So, but one of the next things I want to get for this is a new windshield. New windshield, and get this steering wheel rewrapped. Just finish my cluster. Still a handful of things, but we'll go ahead and fire her up. Yep. Go ahead. So you can hear how loud it is now. We'll turn the AC off. Sounds like a normal 7.3. Jaw, 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 jaw. And we'll roll up the windows. noticeably a lot quieter. A lot quieter. And you just turn up the radio a little bit, and I can barely hear the truck running right now. So turn on the parking lights. Get a nice little illumination on everything, and you know, these work. So you know, power inverter's working great. So a 2-week review, I gotta say everything's worked pretty flawlessly. There's just a couple things I need to touch up on, but I'm super happy with this. This thing's came out great. Questions I get asked, yes, I do these builds for people. I'm already booked up with this one, and then that dually right there, and then that red one right there. So if you're serious about this and you do want this done to your truck, you know, just let me know. It'll probably be at least 6 months before I could even start your truck, but it takes a while to find these parts. I found these on Facebook through just truck clubs. I don't have any hookups, and I will not find these parts for you. They're hard to find, especially this King Ranch. But I'm real happy with this truck. And don't snitch me out over this music copyright thing, because people are saying that. But the AC flows great. You don't even need to have it on high. I have it on 2 or 3 most of the time. It flows nice. Both sides flow great. The defrost works great. So the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch these colors to aqua so they match that. That'll be next on my list. And then what else? Key sense works. Oh fuck, left my lights on. I leave them on auto because that's what we normally use. You know, dome lights work. Everything in here works, man. So I just can't wait to build that freaking cluster and I'm getting the wood grains to match that. Next thing I probably want to do is I'm gonna get this lower column part where it has a flat part here instead of this hole for the adjustable feet, because I don't have adjustable feet. So people are asking about my 4x4 switcher. It's right there. And yeah. But one of the next up things too is I'm gonna pull the dash back out, installing a couple secret kill switches, and I'm putting a tracker deep into that dash with a battery set up with a little charger. So in case someone decides to steal this sucker, if you somehow magically find my handful of kill switches, and somehow, let's say you load up the truck on a flatbed, I'm gonna have this thing, it's gonna alert my phone, and hey, the truck's leaving the area, hey, it's going down I-10, hey, it's headed west. Like it updates every 10 seconds telling me exactly where the truck's at and if it's moved. So that'll be really nice. I'll feel a lot more comfortable with that, because I don't trust those Vipers. Those Vipers are garbage. I can bypass them in like a minute, you know, and just throw it out the freaking window, and then what are you gonna do? But if you get a nice little tracker, hide it deep into that dash for it to take you hours to get to, I'll have the truck back by then. So, because you know, the beauty like this, you don't want to risk it. Isn't that right, Axel? Hey, tell you two people goodbye.